Hi crypto kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In this episode I will go through Bitcoin, Ethereum and Chainlink. Right now we're having the market on Bitcoin respecting 49,423. Going back in time, this is a previous support that we did have. The market came to this one more time, broke to the upside. So from this level the market did reverse from every time it came to it. I still believe the market will continue back down. The overall picture, I am still bullish, but right now I just see the market need to correct itself before it continues back up. Looking at Ethereum, we're having this support right here, but I'm still bearish on Ethereum also. I'm having certain targets that I'm going to show you. If we are coming up to 4,600, we could see the market creating a head and shoulders. Market continues back down, but we're having a strong support and we're also having the trend line, but I do believe the market can come back down to the wick one more time. On Chainlink, we had three targets. Target 1 and 2 got hit, and right now we could potentially come back down to target 3 around $14. Going to the lower time frames, we did retest the 20 point and 97. I could potentially see market coming up, and if we're holding this as a resistance, I could potentially see the market coming back down, but then we just might not continue more and we could break to the upside. Remember, I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue and I'll show you exactly what I see on Bitcoin, Ethereum and Chainlink. So I'm gonna stop talking about this now and we're just gonna dive in directly to the video. Starting off with the daily on Bitcoin. So yesterday we did close with a huge wick. Going back in time, we can see on the 4-hour chart. So I'm gonna directly go to the 4-hour chart and see where the pullback is coming to. We're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dojis. We had a huge bullish candlestick to this. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 candlesticks on the 4-hour chart. So this candle is closing in 1 hour and 17 minutes while I'm recording this. Going back in time, we can see that we are retesting a previous support around the 2nd of September. And if we're continuing seeing the market having trouble breaking this level, so in 17 minutes this 1 hour candle is going to close. So this could be where the market starts to, on the lower time frames, having trouble breaking it. So if you see the market having trouble on the 15 minutes, that could definitely be where the market is breaking to the downside again. I do not believe the market will break to the upside right now. I think we can do that with time. I do believe we could potentially come back down to 40,123, or at the end of this week that we're having around 41,316. Obviously, what could also happen is that we're breaking to the upside, but right now I'm very bearish at the moment. Overall picture, yes, I'm still bullish, but I do believe we could come back down, just feel this wick that we're having, and then you see market slowly breaking to the upside again. But right now, I'm just market structure, looking at what's happening, we just might have market coming up. We can also retest this trend line that we did break and then see market coming back down, continuation to the upside. Looking at these candlesticks that we're having, that is just telling us we're having trouble breaking this level. Going back in time, as I told you, that is a previous support that we're having, also a previous resistance. You saw the market coming to this level, break and retest, continuation to the upside. So every time the market has been here, the market reversed from it. I'm just looking at this previous support and resistance that we're having around 49,400 to see how the market is behaving. We just might see the market breaking to the upside, breaking this level and then coming back inside, for then see the market continue back down. If the case is that we're having a fake out to the upside and the market comes back down again, that is also a small head and shoulders that we're having, and that is a bearish reversal pattern against a previous resistance or support level. So for myself, I'm looking at shorts, but whatever can happen, we always have to follow it. But just looking at this overall picture, we are in a downtrend. The market is going down, so that is why I am looking at short positions on Bitcoin. Looking at Ethereum, I already have the drawings on right here. So I started off with the weekly, and I'm taking the high of the last week's wick, going to the daily. we could potentially see the market coming up to that level and see the retest, because if we're going to the 4-hour chart, it was also this bullish candles. After this bullish candle that we did have was when the market broke to the downside. So if we see the market coming up to this as a magnet, that could be the market breaking to the downside again. If that is the case, we're also having a head and shoulders right here if we're coming up to 4,600, and I potentially see the market coming back down. One thing that I also did was that I took a Fibonacci from the highest point from where the move started at 4,791 to the wick, and that is 3,363, and that is the Fibonacci levels that we are inside of at the moment. We see the market having the pullback. So if we are starting to see the market not having the power to break to the first target that I was talking about, the market could definitely from this level continue back down. I'm still bearish, but that is only because we did have this huge momentum yesterday. Even if there was some manipulations, I still believe the market could potentially come back down. When I'm starting to look at long positions, I have to break this previous high that we did have at 4,600. Otherwise, it's super easy to get faked out, and I really want to see a perfect breakout retest. It will take some time, but I'd rather wait than having myself getting faked out, because this overall picture, you know, you have lower lows, your lower high, you had the market giving us a fake out, market came back down, you saw the huge momentum. I don't care if it's the manipulations, whatever, following market structure, this is what I am looking at. We're also having this support right here. If the market now decides to break to the downside and we're coming back down to the support also, and I'm having a retest of the 50% level on the Fibonacci, that is also me giving me an extra confirmation the market will go back down. Market doesn't have to go back down so far. You can come back down to the wick that we're having around 3,377, potentially the first target that we're having around the Fibonacci level 0.23 at 3,041. That is just potential. I don't believe market will break to the downside even more than that. We're still having the trend line right here. We could definitely see the market respecting this level and then continuing to the upside. But if I'm looking at these targets and I start to see the market actually having trouble breaking these levels, I could potentially see market breaking to the downside again. If we see the market also coming back down, I definitely are going to look at this trend line that we're having to see how the market is behaving around that, because the market usually is respecting the trend lines 90% more than they are respecting the support and resistance zones that we're having as horizontals. So that's what I'm looking at. But if we're staying above the support, we could just start breaking to the upside again. But as I told you, I want the market to break. I want to have a clear breakout and retest from 4,625 before I decide to go long on Ethereum. We're looking at Chainlink on the daily chart, and on the 29th of November, I did put up a analyze on this pair, and we were around 25, and I had the targets around 20, 17, and 14. The market did what I expected the market to do, because we did break the trend line. We came up and retested it, and then I was looking at this previous low right here, which also where we came back down and retested. We also retested this small support that we did have around 21st and 25th of November. Market came up, and then we hit target 1 and 2. Market came back down to this previous support that we did have around 15. Right now, if we're going down to the lower time frames, because obviously the two targets that I did have got hit, the market almost retested $20 level also. So what I expect the market to, if we see the market coming up again and hold 20 as a new resistance, I could potentially see market coming back down and take target 3 around 14, but that is also combined with the support that we're having. So we just might have a wick to the downside taking it, and then I could potentially see Chainlink going up again, because going back in time, this support, every time we came to this support before, the market broke, spiked to the upside. The market came back down again, but then we find the strength to break to the upside again. We had the uptrend, market comes down. I expect the market to come back down and fill this wick that we're having. We just might see a fake out. You see the retest, the market breaks to the upside. Looking at the weekly, so we did break this neckline. We had the double top, you had the neckline right here. So for the market to come back down to this support, we could definitely see a bounce off of it. But if we're breaking the support, we obviously need to change our mind and see how the market's going to behave. Will we have a breakout retest as a new resistance, market comes back down, or we will come back in again? Guys, do not forget that on Bybit, we do have a bonus up to $4,100. You're having the link in the description and down below this video. Bybit is the best platform if you are a swing trader and you want to hold your positions for a long time, and you'll have very, very low fees on Bybit. So go down, scroll down to the link in the description down below, claim this bonus that we're having up to $4,100. So this is everything that I'm having for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any pair that you want me to look at, please comment below and I'll take that with me in the next video. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Comment below if you liked it, even if you didn't like it. It's always good giving feedback if there's anything I can do better. Otherwise, we see each other in today's live stream or in tomorrow's video. Until then, I hope you're having a good time wherever you are in the world. Mwah!